Well, all right, y'all. So, welcome. Welcome back to Love 24 Hours here, where we review content that could either brighten or enlighten your day. So, what's going on, Love Tribe? I hope everybody's enjoying themselves today. I hope you, I don't know. I hope you notice the little things. You know what I'm saying? The little miracles and things that happen around you. I don't know where that came from. It was so random, but I hope you do. Like, you'll be surprised, bro, when you start paying attention to those little small things, and then they become big things, if that makes sense. But anyway, but yeah, you guys, I don't really have anything else for you. Just make sure that you don't forget to send me your friend request on Facebook. Make sure you go and do that. You know what I mean? Jump on the page. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, so I think that was it. I don't really have any other announcements for y'all today, I don't think. No. All right, so yeah, so without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump straight into the video.
What if our collective soul was about to dump this current timeline we're on? I mean, think about it. Hasn't this timeline been acting like a psycho ex these past few years? Have you ever had a bad breakup where your partner started to sense that you'd already emotionally evolved past what you once had? Yeah, I said a timeline, what we once had. So it tries to scare you, right? It tries to trap you in that fear mindset, crush your spirit so that you don't leave. Pimp game tactics. We've been through this. The thing is, most of our hearts have already transcended. It's just this meat suit that's still here, you know? That's why the timeline's acting like this. It's desperately clinging to us. Cause right? It doesn't want this out there exploring the multiverse, quantum jumping around. So, when you have to react to something, always choose love. Don't choose fear. It's a trap.
Because you know how I figured it out? What's 1 times 1?
1 times 1 is 1.
To multiply means to do what? To make more, right?
Yes.
Increase in number?
Yes.
Multiply?
Yes.
How can 1 times 1 equaling 1 be part of the multiplication table? It fails to satisfy the term multiply. It doesn't multiply. Does it? What's an action times an action?
You got some weed.
No, I'm asking you. Honestly, I'm asking you. Reason.
What are we doing here?
Reason. I want you to reason.
I don't know.
What's an action times an action? A reaction. Right?
Okay.
Have you ever seen an action times an action without a reaction? Have you? No. Because equanimity is the currency of the universe. There's always an action times an action having a reaction. So how can 1 times 1 equal 1? How can A times B just be A and not B? What happened to conservation
Terrence,
of
these
energy?
are late night conversations.
These
bro.
are no. These
Yeah,
are.
they are.
This is the beginning of our understanding. It should fit. What kind of calculator you got? What kind of phone you got?
It's an iPhone?
Okay, go to your calculator.
Whatever the new.
No, go to your
Okay.
calculator. Go to your calculator.
All right. Go to calculator.
Go to your calculator.
Yeah, I
you
got
do too. You got an iPhone?
What are we doing?
I want both of y'all to do 2 separate things. I want to do the same thing to start with. Turn it to the side.
Okay.
All right, now I want you to both hit the number 2. Did the whole calculator show up?
Hit number what?
Hit the number 2.
Number 2.
Go to the square root. It is the second column from the left, 3rd row. It'll have that squiggly
Yeah.
thing.
All right.
You
1.4.
1.41421356373073095.
Holy
now
crap.
I want you two to do 2 separate things now. 2 separate things. I want you to multiply it by 2, hit times 2, equal, don't you do it.
Okay.
And I want you to hit x to the 3rd. X to the 3rd, it's going to be... the
Times 3?
No, x to the 3rd.
Oh, X. Oh, okay. I see it.
X to the 3rd.
Yeah, I got you. All right. 1.1.
No, you didn't hit x to the 3rd.
Yes, I did.
If you hit x to the 3rd.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
So
I
go
did
back
that.
again.
Okay,
You
so
keep
now
yours where you are.
Yeah, I'm
2,
good.
2
square root,
square root.
and hit x to the 3rd.
All right, 2.82.
2.828, 4271, 2174, 6190. The same value you got
Yeah.
by multiplying it by 2.
Yeah.
And he just cubed it. Divide it by 2 again. Both of y'all. Divide
Divide
by 2.
it by 2.
No, divide by 2. Hit equal. Now, cube it again. Hit x to the 3rd.
Yeah.
You see that loop?
Yeah.
That's saying x cubed is equal to 2x, which is equal to x plus x. That's an unnatural equation. That's a mathematical fallacy. And that's the beginning of your math. That's how I invented tangential flight because you're mad. Someone programmed that lie in there and lied to you and everyone, and all your fundamentals are off.
Was today years old when I found out.
Meet your straw man. He was born the same day you were. He looks like you, has the same name, and lives in your house, but you never knew he existed. You will have even paid his parking tickets or taxes. The worst part? He's been dead from day one. From every birth certificate, a legal personality, or legal fiction, is created with the same name to confuse little old you into thinking it's you. So, there is a human you and a paper you, or as it's commonly known, a straw man. So when it seems like government officials, court clerks, or the police are speaking English, they aren't. They're speaking legalese, designed to make you agree to verbal and written contracts without even knowing about it, all spun from Black's Law Dictionary. For example, when the police say, "Do you understand?" you'll say, "Yes." What they are really saying is, "Do you stand under our authority?" Oops-a-daisy, you just created a verbal contract with them. Oh, you clever government. Did you know that whenever you register something, you are handing over title to the person you register it with? That's right. Whenever you register something with the government, they assume it belongs to them. Registered your car? Super! Now you are the registered keeper of your vehicle, and the government can crush it when you don't pay your, straw man's taxes. Expecting a new bundle of joy? Well then you need to register your little darling with a birth certificate. Then they can start the process all over again and create a new straw man for your little one. Isn't that great? So when Junior grows up, he'll be able to generate revenue just like you have. When you notify on your baby by signing the birth certificate, your child becomes a ward of state, and if the government doesn't like what you're doing, they'll assume it's okay to take the child away, or make new rules for things they don't like. Not enough school? Smacking your child? Shouting too loudly? Then it's off to social services for the little one. When you get a bill, it's sent to you, but belongs to your straw man, not you. That's why bills, fines, and summons start with Mr., Mrs., or Ms. Sometimes you'll see your surname in capitals, just like on a gravestone. That's because your straw man is dead, and just a silly piece of paper, created before you could comprehend or even consent to it. When you go to court, you represent your straw man, so you, the human, take on any costs, fees, taxes, and fines involved for the straw man. The human you doesn't even need to pay them. But you made a contract with the court by appearing on behalf of your legal personality or straw man, just like the government knew you would.
There's no hashtags. You hear that? That's the alarm. You rang it. It's your time. You're ready for this information, or else you wouldn't see me. Check this out. All the answers are within. When I am is physically concentrated in your body, I am can do everything that I am can do in the non-physical world, but can also experience through the senses. That is why I am created these physical bodies for physical experiences. Physical experiences are why everything in the physical world is created. Humans are different from all other creations because your thoughts create. Everything else is an effect of creation and not a cause. Humans are the effect being created by I am, but at the same time, I am's thought is focused into each human body and makes that human body capable of creation, of causing effect. The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. Albert Einstein. Yes, lots of people embrace their persona and block their inner self. They do not recognize that their thoughts created everything that surrounds them and everything they have become. Some don't want to believe that their thoughts are responsible. That's why people have created this idea of an evil God. They don't like what they have created. Absolutely right and wrong, good and bad are human creations. Some would rather think that this idea of a God outside them is responsible and that he is mean and doesn't love them. That would explain why they find themselves in what they feel is misery. The persona is the part of you that believes you are not God and believes that we are not all one. It's a gift that you're given when you come into a body in the physical world that allows you to believe you are an individual. Because of the persona, you are able to have a multitude of experiences as an individual. Your persona doesn't change the truth about who you really are, but it exists in the physical world because it has been created. There is only one real truth. That truth is you are God, and your thoughts create. Peace.
Oh, you mean to tell me that the devil is going to torture and burn my soul if I disobey the same God he disobeyed? Somebody lying. Somebody is lying.
Look how familiar that face is, and I'm finna tell you who the fuck that really is, because it's not Jesus. His name is Cesar Borgias, or something like that. And he was painted by Leonardo da Vinci. So let's get into the real story on how the fake Jesus came to be here in the Western United States, where all the fakeness is, and the lies, etc., etc. If I die because this is the government, I think I'll be alright. So boom, let's read this. Between 1502 and 1503, Cesar Borgia hired Leonardo da Vinci to be an architect and engineer, in which him and Leonardo da Vinci also became intimate lovers in a homosexual relationship. They were lovers. Expressing his love for Caesar, Leonardo painted many pictures of him. Caesar's father, Rodrigo Borgia, who later became Pope Alexander VI under the authority of the Catholic Church elite, had his son's picture put up as Jesus Christ in the Western world and ordered any pictures of a black Jesus destroyed. Caesar had sex with his own sister, Lucretia, and he killed his brother Giovanni in 1497. And this is the man who the Catholic Church gave their consent to allowing his picture to be put up and portrayed as Jesus Christ. The white Jesus of today was modeled by Cesar Borgias. Cesar Borgias, Jesus of today. Everybody knows Jesus was black, but, you know, Yahshua, Yahweh was black. I don't like Jesus. That's a whole white person thing. But, and I'm not making this racist. I'm just saying everything how it is factually. Or politically correct, if you dig my flow. What are you doing? Which brought me to this. So who's the white man posing as Jesus Christ? His name is Cesar Borgia, the second son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome, which I just read. He modeled for the image of the new Jesus Christ originally painted by Leonardo da Vinci. So it's kind of like they started the whole false reality of America in a way. You know, it's like all the beliefs and everything was painted on a fake Jesus. Took away all the black, all the real story of who Jesus is and all of that, and switched everything up, and, you know, enslaved a whole bunch of blacks, my people, other peoples, you know what I'm saying? I'm not putting names out there because, you know what I'm saying? Not to offend nobody, but white people hate when other people speak about Jesus and how he's not white. But I just gotta put this out there because this is not him. In the Bible, Jesus has fiery eyes, woolly hair. His skin is black. Come on now, like come on now. This ain't no Jesus Christ. He don't got no blue eyes. He don't got long hair like this. He don't got a beard like that. He's not like this. He's not at all like this. This looks like a motherfucker named Joseph. But really, his name is Cesar Borgia. Cesar Borgia. I wonder if I'm saying it right. But yeah, you're welcome for clearing that up.
In the name of the Son.
Yeah.
In the name of... Whose son is this?
Whose son is that?
I mean, whose son is this fella?
That's right.
This is Baal's son.
Baal's son.
This is the devil's son. This is the son of a liar.
That's right. That's right.
You would say, oh, he called Jesus a liar. That's not Jesus. That's not Jesus. That's not Jesus. I said that's not Jesus. And that's not Jesus either.
Go ahead.
Then who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this then? Why was this image of Christ accepted all across the world? And nobody had a problem with him. Nobody was saying, oh, color doesn't matter. It don't matter what his color is. Everybody accepted this right here. But then when you find out that Christ is a nigger, now all of a sudden, it doesn't matter what his color is. It don't matter. Well, who the fuck is this? Who is this? Because the scriptures say something else. Revelations, chapter 1, verse 14 through 15. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes a flame of fire, and his feet unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as a sound of many waters. Hair like wool, fine brass, as it burned to a furnace. This is burnt brass, right here. This is burnt brass. That means Christ was black. Nigga. Christ was black. But everybody was cool with the white dude, though. Nobody had no problem with that. When you find out that Christ is black, now everybody, oh no, it don't matter. Oh, now it don't matter now. But in actuality, it really does matter. It really do matter. This matters. This is the depiction of Christ. This is how he would actually look. Because if it didn't matter, then why would y'all have the white dude up there? You see what I'm saying? This does matter because they had described Christ in the book of Revelations and described God in Daniel chapter 7 verse 9. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew, y'all was going to deceive a lot of people. And you did deceive a lot of people. And now that people are waking up, now it's, it don't matter. It does matter. So the people won't be deceived. And the black people won't be deceived. The Israelites won't be deceived. And Gentiles won't be deceived. It does matter. Because the Bible is a black book. It's about black people, talking about black people. Past, present, and future. It's talking about black people. Get over it. Now, you can still be grabbing on in through Christ if you want to, but if you don't want to accept the fact that he's a nigga, guess what? You ain't getting saved. I don't care how good you think you are or what you think you're doing for Christ. If you don't believe this is Christ, he don't look like this, and you believe it's that white dude, you ain't getting saved. Plain and simple.
Listen closely of your life every year. We're supposed to have 13 months of 28 days exactly, plus 1 day that represents the renewal. I mean, girls' periods are every 28 days, the ocean tides are every 28 days, the moon's cycle is every 28 days. Why do you think it's called a month? Because the original name was derived from the moon cycle, which was called a moonth, every 28 days. And I'm sure you've heard of the idea that we live on the back of some cosmic turtle floating in outer space. And that's because turtles actually keep a calendar of this on their back. Most turtles have 13 sections in the middle with 28 days around the rim. The Native Americans figured it out and used the turtle as a calendar. The Bible even says in Job 12, 7 through 10, that all creation knows that God made them. But why has the world distorted God's perfect calendar? And where did the 13th month go? Well, what does sept mean? September? Sept is 7. October? Oct is 8. November? Novum? Nov is 9. December? December means 10. But I thought December was the 12th month. Well, let's think about the first month. What does April mean? April is where we get the word aprilis, or aprio in Latin, which means to appear or to open. Yeah, April is the first month. It means to open. May is actually named after a demon or a god, a Nephilim. June is named after Janus, a god as well. July was renamed after Julius Caesar. It was originally Quintilis, which means 4. And August was renamed after Augustus Caesar, but it was originally Quintilis, and which means 5. And Julius Caesar was originally the one who renamed the start of the whole calendar to confuse you. And the missing month, the thing y'all are missing, Sextilis. I know, it's weird, but it means 6. September is now 7, October is now 8, November is 9, December is 10. January is named after a god Janus. February is named after the god Februus, and March is named after another god or demon, Mars, the god of war, who ends things. And what's that famous Shakespeare quote? Beware the Ides of March? Oh yeah, here's Shakespeare manipulating our language again. The Ides of March was originally related to a timeline, meaning celebration. Celebration for the new year. So why'd they change it all? So our yearly calendar was supposed to start in April and end in March. And we were supposed to have 13 months of 28 days, which is 13 times 28 is 364, plus the 1 day, which represents renewal to make it 365. That day also represents resurrection. Now, what day did Jesus die? It's actually April 3rd that a lot of historians assume. But what do you want to bet the calendar's been shifted a few days? And it was probably closer to April 1st. Hence the name April Fool's Day. Because you're a fool for believing a calendar that makes absolutely no sense and not recognizing the day that Jesus died for humanity. That's why they call it April Fool's Day. And demons celebrate April Fool's Day because the world has forgotten the day that your Lord died for you. All of this calendar shifting, they did it so that you cannot honor God's feast and holidays. They did it to confuse you. I mean, God specifically says, keep my days. He says, keep the Sabbath. That's part of his commandment. God wants you to honor his holidays. And so that's why the calendar's been shifted. So you can't honor God's holidays, and you don't even know what days they are. And Romans 1:20 basically says, God made creation so that you are without excuse if you deny him. So don't be a fool. Recognize that Jesus died for you. Do the research.
All right. I'm going to fuck y'all up with some shit on this one. All right. This is the Urbano Monte map from 1587. Excuse me. North Pole. No ice. No ice around any of these areas, okay? There's North America, South America, Africa, India, Russia, China. Okay, so very similar to this map. North America, South America, Africa, India, China, Russia. Okay? Only thing different, Australia. There is no Australia here because it hasn't been discovered yet. This is 1587. Australia wasn't discovered until 1606. So that's why that's not there. But my main question is, if this is a globe flattened out and this is on the bottom, right? What the fuck is this? There's no ice on it. And guess what? Antarctica hadn't been discovered yet. Antarctica was discovered in 1820. And if you look, well, look, there's an alligator. There's a camel. Warm weather animals. So, you want to explain to me, first thing, what the hell is this? All this land. And second thing, what froze them? What happened between 1587 and 1892 where those areas got frozen?
Chapter 27, God said to Enoch, as he was explaining and describing how he created the earth, "And I commanded that there should be taken from light and darkness, and I said, be thick. And it became thus, and I spread it out with the light, and it became water. And I spread it out over the darkness, below the light. And then I made firm the waters, that is to say, the bottomless, and I made foundation of light around the water, and created 7 circles from inside." And imagined the water like crystal, wet and dry, that is to say, like glass. Well, I don't know about you, but that's a really good way to describe ice. Wet and dry water, like glass.
Planet to the firmament wall. Think about it like this. If the planet is 90+% water, right? That means that it's a big mirror. So it will reflect onto the firmament wall. So that little specific area we see is a piece of the wall.
You can get a better picture of what I'm saying. Hopefully this video helps. Alright, I'm going to stop talking for now and let you just enjoy the footage. But please make sure to let me know what you think in the comments. Finally, a real reflection of what our Earth actually looks like. We have both the known world and the extra land that has been unexplored by us, as well as ancient civilizations, which I noted in my previous video. A huge shout out to Sturgios, since he is the only reason we even have this map. Sturgios put a lot of work into this map. He even went down to the smallest minute detail. He has mapped out time zones, seasons, flight paths, and distances. The first true representation of our world in a map, and it is of the utmost importance, primarily due to the unknown landmasses over here. Sturgios named them Terra Vista after a landmass of the same name. But why have we never heard of this island? At least I haven't, have you? Anyways, Sturgio's presentation of our known world here marks the 5 prominent circles of latitude. We can see the Arctic Circle, the tropics, the equator, and the Antarctic Circle. And Sturgios has mapped the sun's concentric journey around these circles of latitude, mapping seasons and time zones with the utmost precision and accuracy. It's crazy. Another huge shout out to Sturgio's because he definitely deserves it. So now that I've broken it down a little bit more and given you some additional longer footage to look at, is it getting easier for you to see the world map?
Give me the track.
Well, that makes two of us, goddamn. Look, he trying to cake. Look, he trying to spoon. My fault, bro. My fault, bro.
On my mama, on my hood, I look blind. Oh Lord, I look good. Touch my swag.
Yes, sir.
I wish you would. On my mama.
Yeah.
Oh, now.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So y'all know we have come to a close. I don't know why that tickles me when I say that. Okay. Whoo. So yeah, but anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or night or whatever. And until the next video, love and light to the what was I about to say just now? Love and light to everyone. What is wrong with me? Love and light to everyone. And then, yeah, peace out, y'all. Just bye.